Good morning. Welcome to Clueless Luthier. I'm Mark, and today we're going to start working on the inlay I decided to do for this guitar. I almost didn't do one, and I was having trouble deciding what I wanted, and finally I realized that if I didn't take the opportunity to learn more about how to do inlays, I'd find it a missed opportunity. So what I'm going to do, this is the sketch I made. Well, actually, the palm tree, I'm going to use that as a template. I made this drawing and made a copy of it so that I could try different things, and I saved this sheet. What I also did is, I don't know if it'll show up, you'll see a line inside of this. And that, since I'm going to be binding it, I wanted to make room for that width on the sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. I'll cut it in two pieces because I'm going to do the trunk separately from the leaves. But first, real quick, what I do have to do is I have to taper the fretboard. So just real quick, I'm not going to show you me cutting and all that, but what I did is I found the center. Then, okay, this part comes off. This is actually where the nut starts. So I measured here, it's 1 3/4 inches total. But then I removed, I'm gonna go from inches to millimeters simply because this is about 2 millimeters thick. So I removed that from both sides in my measurement. And then at the 12th fret, it's 2 11/16 inches, I believe it is, 64s, 11/64. So I measured that and then extended the lines. Now, it was impossible to see the lines. So that's why I put tape along the line I'm cutting so I can see it. And I'm going to cut it large. I'll take the rest down by hand because there's just doing freestyle cutting on the bandsaw. It's just not accurate enough. So I'm going to go ahead, take care of that, and I'll be back. So I've cut the pieces out of my pattern and put some general purpose glue, sprayed it, and stuck it to the ebony where I want to take it from. So now what I'm going to do is take this little knife. Actually, what I'm going to do is put my visor on so I can see better and scribe all along the edge. Okay, I'm going to start cutting this out. I'm leaving the paper on. I wanted the lines in case the paper starts ripping and I start losing that visibility, that I'll still have it marked out. And hopefully where I cut it, that white pencil will get down in there and help a little bit. So I'm going to start with the trunk. Turn this on. got a little ahead of myself here. I was kind of on a roll and forgot to stop, and I had to turn on the camera. So what I've done is I've placed this on here with just like little drops of medium super glue, CA glue. So that now I'm going to go with this and scribe a line as tightly as I can to that to mark out where to remove wood. All right, so that was a little nerve-wracking. That super glue stuck a little bit harder than normal. I'm going to go back, I think, to using this one. I counted. Anyway, I did get it off, and I did get it off in one piece. So this is my outline. Now, I put the white, the scroll mark is really hard to see, so the white mark pencil was just to highlight it. Because now what I have to do is use my Dremel, and I have to take this wood out so that I can insert this. So, yeah, no problem. Okay, this is always a little hard to videotape, but I've set this to less than the depth of my inlay. Because it needs to be a little proud. The other difficulty here is this is slightly curved, so I have to allow for that. It's about a 64th shallower here than it is in the middle, and my inlay is quite stiff and straight, so I'm going to do as close as I can, but there's still going to be some play in it, I'm afraid. So let's get my ears on here. This is one of the more frustrating inlays I've done. I'm not exactly thrilled with the way it turned out. Fortunately, I think I can fix it simply because it's out of ebony, which is one of the reasons I used it. I can put ebony dust in to fill gaps. Especially this, the leaves just gave me fits, trying to get them to fit in correctly. And so I've got more gaps than I would be happy with. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this glued in and walk away and let it dry. And then I'll look at filling the gaps and exactly how I want to do that. I think it's going to have to be ebony though, because I do rosewood. I'm quite sure it's going to discolor and it won't look right. So I'm going to do that now. All right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up and I'm gonna go for a walk. I think I need one at this juncture. Okay, I got a little carried away and forgot to start the camera. So let me tell you what I've been doing. I took it out, it was glued down fine, and I did a little test, and I think it's gonna be okay. Not what I wanted, but it's gonna be okay. I have this ebony dust that I keep, I save whenever I use it. A little bit there too. And I've been putting it in all the gaps. I then took this out and I've been trying to clean out the frets. They're going to be recut anyway, but I'm trying to keep as much out as possible. And now, let's see here if I can get this right. I'm just drizzling a little bit of this in. I don't think I like this as much as Stumax. I don't think it goes in as well. But all right, I've filled all the edges and gaps. I put in super glue and I started sanding. I'm starting to get the outline, but I don't want to go any further yet. Even though I really want to know how it looks before I do the rest of it. I don't want to get into where I'm sanding this before I put more inlays in, because my intention is to put a moon and a bird, a silhouette of kind of a bird. So I'm going to stop and get the other inlays prepared and put in place before I finish this part up. All right, I changed my mind and did some more work cleaning this up. I really wanted to see what was going on with it. I haven't finished. I stopped at the point where I decided that it was going to be okay. I didn't want to put a whole lot more effort into the fretboard if I had decided I'd ruined it. So, a couple more things. I had it on the diagram, but what I'm thinking about for the design for the others, I have a bird here, and I have a crescent moon that I think I'm going to put either here or here. I like the balance of that, I think. But so the next thing is to tack these down lightly and line it out so that I can, well, these are going to be tough. Remove the wood enough that I can inlay them. Okay. I tack these down with a drop of medium viscosity AC glue. I tried the spray and it did not want to hold to the wood for some reason, so alright, let me take these off without doing damage. There we go. Can almost see it. I spread that far. There we go. Alright, I have to get some white pencil on that so I can see it. All right. I was a little unsure whether I should go epoxy route or super glue, but I don't know there's room for epoxy. So I'm going to put some medium super glue in here. There's going to be some spillover. All right. Get that in there. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. I have it all over me now. Okay, and okay. Just to make sure these are held down well for a bit. Okay, I'm going to let that set up just a little bit. All right, so clean those up just a little bit. The moon came out really pretty darn tight. I'm really happy with that. Let me see, I'm going to make sure there's not a gap hiding. Yeah, a little bit of gap hiding with glue. Let's get that out of there. Okay. How about here? Well, I guess that looks pretty good. This had a few more problems. That was harder to get in. But make sure we're clear. Now when I was doing the working on with the rosewood and back sides, now this is a lot fluffier. I hope it's going to be okay. I don't know. I may have to get some finer stuff, but let's see. See if this will go in. Okay. Don't know. There's some finer stuff down here. Okay. And this one. Need some finer powder, I think. Here we go. A little shallow, it doesn't want to go in so well. Now let me get these cleared out before I go putting glue in there. All right, now put in some. Whoa, don't do it that way. Try this again. Okay, some thin AC glue. sit, soak in. All right, I think this is set up long enough. I put accelerator on. I'm gonna take it easy here. Okay, well, the inlay's in. I wasn't thrilled about the process. These went better. I don't know. That's it at the moment. I'm not going to clean up any more because I have to cut the frets in, and that's a boring process to show you. So I won't do that. So I think I'm going to call it. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this video. It's incredibly disjointed. So the next thing I have to do is I have to cut the fret slots, and I'm going to bind it. And I have a decision to make on the binding. I typically really like, certainly on my last guitar, I curved, as it met the hole, I put the curve in. Now, I can bind the sides and not this end and put the curve in, which I think I'm leaning to. Typically what you would do is cut it square at the hole and put binding on this side and miter it in. So I'm going to think on that. So hey, thanks for sticking around, and hope to see you soon. Bye.